Some prayed for help. Many wished for death. But in the city forever lost, the greatest secret still waits.
Whatever is happening here,
Live with me.
my God is gonna stop it now.
Pompeii.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie, and that was one of the trailers for the two big movies that Jon Snow, Kit Harington, is doing in between Game of Thrones seasons. Since I love the actors on Game of Thrones so much, I always like to follow some of their side projects, and naturally Kit Harington is starting to blow up, so he's got The Seventh Son, that's with Warner Brothers and Legendary, and then there's this movie, Pompeii, which is with Sony and Paul W.S. Anderson. He's the guy that did all the Resident Evil movies. From the looks of the trailer, it looks like Kit Harington has mostly been working on his abs. I'm just kidding. But seriously, in the interviews that he's been doing for the movie recently, like in EW, he mostly talks about his preparation for the role. I feel like a lot of young actors do that, it was really hard to get ready for, I had to work out a lot, as opposed to more mature actors that just focus mostly on their characters. That's okay, he totally looks awesome, good job. High five to Kit Harington. Emily Browning there, she looks happy to see him. He basically said like he pulled a Dwayne Johnson where he just bulked up really big and then right before the movie he just lost a ton of weight. And I know the way I just explained it sounds super unhealthy, but actors have some weird way of doing that, so apparently it all worked out. So if you're not familiar with Pompeii, it's this historical place that people found completely preserved in volcanic ash. You see, it's an island with a giant volcano on it. This movie takes place in the days leading up to that really epic eruption. So I don't know about you, but after watching the trailer, it seems like they're trying to do Titanic like Game of Thrones, like this really tragic love story in this really bloody, gory way. And if the way the movie looks with all the CG looks familiar, Paul W.S. Anderson is the director, he did all the Resident Evil movies. So because it's the same team, I think that the look is going to be very similar to those Resident Evil movies, which are basically like green screen movies shot on studios. So obviously we're not going to be going to this movie for a lot of Kit Harington speechifying. So I'm a fan of Kit Harington, and I'm a fan of Emily Browning's earlier work, so I will go see this movie. I totally hope it's worth my $12. But like I said, I really don't see Resident Evil movies in the theater. I kind of wait for those to come out on DVD, so I'm a little bit worried. But I'll wait to see more footage before I pass judgment. But let me know what you think after watching the trailer. Game of Thrones, super love story with tons of CG. What could go wrong? So in case you didn't see it, I just posted a video about Bradley Cooper becoming the voice of Rocket Raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy. You can click here to watch that. And I just did a couple videos about Stephen Moffat spilling Doctor Who guts, spilling Sherlock Series 3 guts. You can click here to watch that. Thanks so much for watching. High five. See you tomorrow.